Some nice to know features that you might find useful. First is the @ symbol. The @ symbol is really great if you want to mention someone and get their attention. In other words, you want something to pop up on their screen, okay, so they don't go, oh, I didn't see the notification. This is how you get their attention. So in my classroom, I've got my delegate 01. If I had others, I'd obviously have their name. And I will just start typing, and there they are there. So I click over there, and there you have a mention of their name. That is great, because now delegate 01 will receive, when I type in a fancy message and I press enter, boom, that gets sent on their screen, on their mobile device, their tablet, their laptop, their PC, desktop, whatever they're using. A little message will pop up on the bottom right hand side of the screen, and they will then have a notification that there is a message for them. It'll actually show them the message as well. You could reference other teams also, and that's what the @ symbol does for mentioning people. Quite nice. Another nice feature is emailing a channel. Now, every channel has got its own unique email address. It's very cool because, let me just show you, I clicked on the little options there and I went to get email address. Click on get email address, and wait a second, there it is there. So that is the email address for this specific channel. Why would I use something like this? Well, let's say you receive an email from someone that is important and you want to share it with your team in that channel. Instead of copying and pasting all the information from the email and then pasting into a new message, you can just send that email straight through to the channel using that channel's email address, and it will come up in the conversation window. Really cool. So we use that, for example, when students are absent or parents have emailed information saying, oh, I'm sorry, my son or daughter is not going to be at school today. We can actually email that straight through to our absentees channel. And instead of the teacher having to forward that to everyone, it just goes to the channel and everyone can then have access to that and see the information right away. Some more options that are nice to know. If I go right up to the top where you see my picture, and that's my account settings, I can also access the status of, am I available, busy, do not disturb, be right back up here. Okay, so there are some options over there. I can set my own status message if you really want to, and I can then also go to settings. Settings, let's have a look at what we have. First of all, in our general settings, we have default, dark, or high contrast. My favorite is dark. I really like it that way. So, you know, it just is easier on the eyes, and I find it easier to find what I'm looking for when it's on dark mode. Then we have privacy settings over here, and we can decide what we want to be disturbed with or not disturbed with. Notification settings here, and here you can see we have a few options. We have mentions, messages, other, and highlights. Now if we meetings and status. Now if we have a look, if somebody mentions my name or my email address using that @ symbol, I can decide, well, do I want to be notified with a banner and an email? So I will receive an email showing me that someone has typed in my name, or just a banner, so just a little window that slides up, lets you know that someone's mentioned you, or just in the feed. When I go to feed and I look at the activity in the sidebar, will I see the information there? So you can decide. So here are all the notification options that you have available. Devices that you are using, you will use them over here. Permissions, all the various permissions that Teams will need to access and work with on your computer. And then of course calls. How do you want calls to work as well? So here are all the various general settings that you would access in Teams. How did we get there again? So I went up to my name, top right hand side, click over there and go down to settings.